Today we will be learning about perspective in art and creating a drawing from what we've learned. Perspective in art is a way of showing space, depth, and distance in a picture. It looks as if the picture could be going into the distance. There are many different types of perspective. We will be creating a drawing in one-point perspective, meaning everything will go into one point. This point is called the vanishing point. Our learning goal for this project is to produce a work of art through drawing that utilizes an awareness of space. Our learning targets are: I can create a drawing utilizing perspective, and I can explore and use the elements and principles while creating art. We will be focusing on space and depth for our drawing. Many of the materials for this project will be optional. So to start, you'll need something to draw on, whether it be a piece of paper, back of an envelope, inside of a box, a brown paper bag, or anything you can find to draw on. I recommend using a pencil to draw, so if you make a mistake, you can erase it. If you have a ruler, that would be helpful for drawing your lines, but not necessary. And then if you'd like to add color to your picture, you'll need something like markers, crayons, paint, pastels, or colored pencils. Okay, so to get started drawing our one-point perspective aquarium, we need to find our one point. That's the vanishing point. So let's start in the middle of our paper. That's where our vanishing point is going to go. So I'm going to make just a dot in the middle of our paper. Now the next few steps, we're going to be drawing some lines. So if you have a ruler, that's great to use. Or if you have even another piece of paper with a straight edge, that helps. Or you can just draw it freehand. I just so happen to have this piece of cardboard, so this is what I'm going to use as my straight edge since I don't know where my ruler is. So for our walls, ceiling, and floor, we are going to be drawing lines from our vanishing point to the corners of our paper. So I'm going to line up my cardboard with the vanishing point and the edge of the corner of my paper. Draw a line. I'm going to go the other direction. Draw a line that way. I'm going to go to this corner. Draw my line. And then this corner. And draw my line. So, now we have our walls for the aquarium, the floor, and the ceiling. So for the walls and the ceiling, because it's usually clear so you can see all the sea creatures swimming around, the walls usually have like bars holding up the panes of glass or whatever they're made up of. So in both of these triangles on the sides, we are going to draw vertical lines to represent those bars. So I'm going to do, let's see how many I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1, and I'm going to space them out about the same if possible. 2, 3, and I'll do one more, and 4. So then on this side, we want to do pretty much the same spots if possible, at least get it kind of close. So I'm going to line this up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are going to be our walls. So next we're going to do the ceiling. So we want this to kind of look like a tunnel, like we see in a lot of aquariums. So we are going to draw curved lines to kind of give that curved effect. So I'm going to go back to my vanishing point. The first two lines here, we're going to connect the tops of these with a curved line. So I'm just going to go up a little bit and curve down. Then I go to the next two, go up, curve, and come down. Next two, curve up and come down. And then the last two, as you can see, there's not much space left. So we are going to start our curve and then kind of just draw an imaginary line back to the other line. So we're going to start curving up, continue my imaginary line, and bring it back down. So now we have the basis of our aquarium. We've got the walls, we've got the ceiling, and you've got the floor. If you want to leave the floor plain, you totally can. If you want to take it one step forward and make kind of like a checkerboard pattern on the floor, just to add a little more detail, I will show you how to do that now. So in order to do that, I'm going to use my straight edge again, and we are going to be drawing these diagonal lines again inside of the floor area. So I'm going to start at my vanishing point, and I'm going to line my straight edge up, and I'm just going to draw a line down, and I'm going to draw another one about the same distance, and then I'm going to draw one more, and you can draw however many lines you want. I'm just doing 3. So 1, 2, 3. Next, we are going to be drawing horizontal lines. So again, I'm going to line my straight edge up, draw my horizontal line, staying inside of this bottom triangle. We're staying inside. And I'm going to space it out about the same. And I'm just going to do this all the way up to the vanishing point. And then when you're done, you will color these in, color in the squares, every other one like a pattern. And that will end up giving you that checkerboard look. I think I can squeeze in one more. Alright, so here is our floor. Now you're going to color in every other square so it looks like a checkerboard. Now that you have your aquarium drawn, you are all ready to start adding in your sea creatures. Now that you've added your sea creatures into your aquarium, the last thing we have to do is to add color. So you can use anything you might have to add color: crayons, markers, colored pencils, paints, pastels, or you can just leave it black and white.